Hey guys, so I just kind of wanted to make a video because there's nothing really out there right now for IIH and stenting, aftercare type stuff. I just got back from my stent just now, well, a couple hours ago. It's probably like 8 o'clock or something like that, but so I started at 7 a.m. They got me in for the surgery at 9. So they put me under for general anesthesia, and when I woke up I was very, very nauseous. I was crying, and I had a lot of left side head pain, like kind of like my eye I felt like was going to bulge out of my socket because it was so painful. But as soon as I told them, they gave me meds through my IV, and sorry, I'm out of breath even. And it took it right away. The pain went away super fast, but the nausea did not. It stayed for hours, and even though I slept, well, tried to sleep, it was pretty noisy in there. I still felt pretty nauseous, and I did vomit a few times, and almost in the truck, but didn't, thank goodness. I got back. I haven't vomited since, so that's just my experience though with general anesthesia, I think. But so now I'm left with a dull headache, which I am, you know, us IIHers are very pain tolerant, so I have tolerated that so far and haven't needed anything so far. I've been starving because I fasted, so the boys were awesome and made me some toast and got me some apples and apple juice. So but yeah, I'm going to go into more detail about how I'm feeling the next couple days. I thought that it might be helpful for somebody and make them into a video because I didn't really see anything of that online. So I just wanted to share my journey. But yeah, so I stented the left. It was my dominant one, transverse sinus. That was, and when he did the stenting, he actually came and talked to me when I was recovering, and he said that it was pretty bad. He's like, the narrowing was pretty bad, so we're glad that we put the stent in. And yeah, so anyways, so that's how I'm feeling now. I'll update you about, you know, how I'm feeling in the next couple days, and I thought it might be helpful for somebody. My groin puncture was just on one side, on the right side. I have a few since we're on blood thinners for this procedure, I have a few, like, you know, little bits and stuff taped so that it doesn't bleed crazy, so I can take those off soon. You can not bathe, you have to shower, so you don't submerge yourself with the puncture mark on your groin that they went up in with a catheter into your brain with. Just so that it doesn't, you know, it stays dry and it doesn't get any infections or anything. So don't get submerged. But yeah, try to move your legs around so that they don't get blood clots and stuff. And watch for bleeding. And if it bleeds, then you need to put pressure on it for 5 minutes and make sure that you check. And also let you know what things to look for that you need to go to the hospital for. Or just to talk to your doctor about. But yeah, that's enough for now, and I'll, if I missed anything, I'll let you know in the next bit. So, day 2 here. In the middle of the night, I got up to go pee a bunch of times, of course, and I got pretty nauseous. So, a trick is they taught me in the hospital is if you're getting really nauseous when you're walking, to look straight and not to look at the floor, or else you'll get pukey. So, but I didn't end up getting sick, thank goodness, because that's the worst part with your head and your groin muscle. But if you do end up getting sick, hold your groin puncture site, and your head might hurt too, so just kind of hold that while you're getting sick, or if you're coughing. I was coughing this morning and I had to hold my head. I got my migraine cap from the freezer and I've been putting it on me because apparently that really helps too, keep away the nausea, but also help with swelling and pain and stuff. So I took my Plavix and my aspirin. I had to finally take Tylenol to take the edge off of that head pain on the left side. But for the most part, it was still tolerable. It wasn't too painful, but, you know, it was starting to get from a 6 to like a 7, 8. So I just ended up taking the Tylenol, and I don't have any fancy recliners or anything, so I have a Squishmallow and my couch. So if you have a recliner, that is so great for the next day because you want to be moving around your feet. Obviously no heavy lifting or anything like that, they say, but yeah, so I'm just going to be taking it easy today. No crazy pain, or I don't even have really any much bruising or anything like that either on my IV site or anything like that, or even my groin puncture so far. Maybe the next couple days they'll come out, but haven't had any crazy bruising yet, so that's nice too. I'm trying to think of anything else that I'd be missing for other people to need to know, but if I think of anything, I will let you know as well. So I just thought of when you're showering, like you're not supposed to bathe, but it's 24 to 48 hours, you take off your clear tape that they put on your groin puncture, and you can have a shower. Like I said, no bath. You don't want to submerge yourself, sorry, to water. So you don't want to get the site wet or clean it. When you do take it off, you're putting another Band-Aid on, and then it's like, I think 72 hours, you can take off the other Band-Aid that you put on yourself. And yeah, I'm trying to think of other things too, but that's pretty much the norm. So I just got my sheet out that says what you need to call 911 for, which is if you have heavy bleeding, that will not stop, obviously. Feeling signs of stroke, which is, you know, one side of your face drooping, your arm weakness, speech difficulty, and feeling very tired, or having any urgent issues such as severe redness, pain, or growing lump at the incision site of your groin muscle puncture. And yeah, you're supposed to call 911 with any of those. But with the things that you're supposed to pay close attention to that not necessarily need a 911 call is a little bit of bleeding, a lump that seems to be getting bigger, redness or warmth around the incision that doesn't go away, yellow pus or near the incision. Sorry, it's hard to read to even. More numbness in your leg, foot, or the area between your anus and your scrotum or vagina. It tells me to call my neuro staff with those things, so it has the number for them, an extension. And then it says drink at least 6 to 8 glasses of water a day to get rid of that dye that they use when they look at our veins in our brain. They put a dye in there to make it more visible. And take Tylenol if you're feeling pain. Look at the incision every day. Slight bruising or change of color around the puncture site is normal. And yeah, just move your legs very slowly, very gently. The first 12 hours of surgery, it says rest your leg up on a pillow. This will prevent the swelling. 24 hours after surgery, do not drive. Lift anything more than 10 pounds. Do not bend over or twist your body. Don't do sit-ups or crunches. That ain't a problem. Take a shower if you'd like. Do not bath. Do not clean the incision. 24 to 48 hours after surgery. Slowly begin doing your regular activities. Stop if it causes pain. Take off the clear bandage or dressing and put a new one on. And 48 to 72 hours after surgery, gently clean the incision with a clean cloth, and you can now take baths if you would like them. So that's after 48 to 72 hours after surgery. And then 72 hours after, you can take any bandage off that you have on, and just to kind of call your doctor for the next appointment, it says, but I'm pretty sure mine's just going to call me anyways, because he says a month. You're supposed to come see him after a month to take a MRI scan to make sure that everything is good and not, you know, re-narrowing or whatever have you. And yeah, so sorry, I just wanted to go over that because that's the most important part of coming home. You need to know all those things. So, yeah. So, day 3, yesterday I decided to take a shower. It felt really good. My puncture wound's a little bit more bruised now, but still no lump or anything like that. I checked. I took off my bandage and didn't clean it like it said, but I put a different band-aid on it. And today my head isn't too bad, but I know it's too much information, but after surgery, of course, you have issues going to the bathroom, and I definitely did today, and I definitely strained for about a half an hour, and I was trying not to hurt my groin or my head, and so now I'm anxious about my stent moving or something like that. So I tried really hard not to worry about it. So I'm taking some psyllium, I think it's called, or whatever, the fiber water, because I don't know if I'm allowed to take any laxatives or anything like that. I've never had problems with pooping, so that is a different game changer right now. So that's a foreign thing to me, and I don't like it at all. But I took another Tylenol, and hopefully everything will level out with my head now. And but yeah, everything else seems to be okay. Just really anxious about it. I think I'm just going to continue to drink fluids and not as much solids today because it's, you know, just a little paranoid. So in order for me to be a little stress-free, I think I will just do with liquids today. It's day 4. I'm pretty dizzy, but my head pain's a lot better. But I can't stand up for too long or else I get really nauseous. So that's day 4. It's day 4 again. I was very, very extremely dizzy on and off today. I made myself get out of bed, and I actually went outside, and once I got outside I was like, I am going to try and go for a walk. So we went for a walk, my boys and I, pretty short, so I didn't have to worry about being too far away from the house or whatever. But yeah, and then I just felt better and better, had a shower, then went outside and I tried to drive the truck, and with Dan with me, and I drove the truck fine, and my leg wasn't hurting. My groin puncture is totally fine. It's very bruised, but doesn't hurt or anything like that. So day 4 is like the best day so far, even though the morning was really, really rough getting up. It's been great. So hopefully tomorrow will be even better.